Hey guys, I got a great response from my 49 Beetle video, so I thought I'd share with you one of my buses. This is a 1963 SO35 Westphalia camper. It's what they call a subhatch Westphalia. That's that flap in the roof there. I picked this up January of 2018 in Jackson, Tennessee. It was in a barn, and it had been spray painted 2 different colors. So I started by stripping all the spray paint off back down to the original paint, and was very lucky to find that it had never been in any accidents. Clean nose, clean corners. Just a really rare, neat bus. If you know the Westphalias, you'll notice this is an SO35, different from an SO34. What makes it a 35 instead of a 34, which the 34s were common in America, is the cabinets are what they call pearwood. The SO34's got a white laminate cabinet, where the 35s were a European-only bus. They got the pearwood cabinets. These cabinets are all original, headliners original. We had the seats recovered and got the right material out of Belgium, but they're the original seat frames, original table. This back seat, that is actually original upholstery there. That's just a blanket I found that matched too good not to buy it. These early Westphalia buses are just so neat. You got an ice box here. This upper cabinet. Got your factory shot glasses. They're MK. It's a German brand. And then down here, what they call the booze bottle holder. Pretty neat. This seat here actually flips down, and the whole thing can flip up, so you can access storage underneath here. This is just a little curtain going down to the storage area there. That's original fabric. There was some modern electrical work done to this bus at some point, which is what that plate's from. We've gotten rid of all of it except that. Up here you've got an original 6-volt socket. This is where the chandelier would go. You'd plug it in here and you could hang it on these hooks. The chandelier's missing, unfortunately. We're still looking for one. My wife redid all the curtains. This front seat is called a flip seat. We'll get to that in a little bit. I'll show you down here. I was pretty lucky that this came with an Ender's cook stove there, which is really neat. Here in the closet, get your coat rack and hooks there. 2 original cushions, which is pretty neat, hard to find. You got one pop out here on the closet. You can see that old Alaska sticker. The original owner took this bus to Alaska and back from Jackson, Tennessee. And how he was able to get this SO35 into America was he did a European delivery and drove it over there for a few months. I've got all the paperwork and stamps from the European dealers in different countries that he took it to over there for servicing while he was traveling through Europe. What a fun experience. Notice the barn find tag there. You got more storage back here. Another cabinet there. Still a little bit of a work in progress. I've got this just holding this up so this lid doesn't flop down. This is actually a cooking surface and a little spice rack in there. I've got the stuff to redo the inside of it. The cool thing is you pull this up right here, and there's a wheel, and this will actually go all the way forward and latch into the floor up there. And then you would flip the cooking platform down. But what's neat is it allows you to access your spare. And you'll notice the inside of the spare on this Westphalia, you got this plate. That is so you can set your spare outside, and then you would remove the table from up front. The table leg, the pole, fits right in there, so you got an outside table. Pretty smart stuff. Being a 63 model, it's still a narrow hatch, so you don't have the big springs in the ceiling. You've got the much simpler prop rod there. Bigger taillights, which they went to in 62 in America. All 5 wheels are date coded correct. It came with the original engine. It's in the process of being rebuilt right now. We've got a 1641 single port in it now. I'll show that in a little bit. Notice all the hardware on the roof. And I've got the bracket for the bumper. It's just off right now. I've got the poles still on the hunt for a good tent. These campers would have come with a lot of little extras, and they're really hard to find, like a wash bowl, the chandelier, which I mentioned, folding chair. Some of them even had chemical toilets. So this here, these pins come out on both sides, and then this, you can actually flip it up or all the way back. It's called a flip seat. And when it's all the way back, obviously you've got a big L-shaped sitting area, which is just so cool. All original paint here, original kick panels. According to the M code plate, that's one of the options it had, was the locking steering column. I got all original keys and books for this thing. One of the key pouches has the original owner's information on it, as does the books and whatnot. It's actually a 56,000 mile bus, original bus. Very, very cool. After we stripped the paint, we did do a little metal work. We added the safaris. Those are aftermarket. It gets hot in Tennessee, so it was definitely necessary. We did all the glass out, redid all the window seals, door seals. We did have to replace the inner and outer rockers. A small patch in the floor, a couple outriggers, but nothing else. Nose is perfect and clean, original. Dog legs are great. Bumpers are original. Everything on this bus is date coded correct. These camping mirrors, they were on there, so we left them. They're aftermarket, but we found a couple of really nice mirrors to go in there, which was cool. Went with the Firestone bias ply tires. We get these from Coker Classic. They're awesome. They ride great. When you have your tire pressures right, they're a 640/15 tire. People that complain about old bias plies not riding well are probably on 40-year-old tires, but when you get new modern rubber, they really ride really well. Original Westphalia Rack, hard to come by, of course. Go open here and show you the dash. This was a 1 year only for the emergency light. All this cool stuff. The flip seat buses are actually built as walkthroughs. Underneath this bench, you can see the walkthrough area there. And the M code plate's in a unique location. It's actually underneath the passenger, or on top of the passenger pedestal underneath this seat. Got some old oil change stickers in here. Really cool. Original floor, original mat. Really, really solid. We just cleaned it really well. Hit it with some clear just to kind of lock it in place. Actually, let me grab the church key here. So again, this is not the original engine, but this is all original paint in here, really nice and tidy. That is the original air cleaner, which we'll move that over to the original motor once it's done. It's almost done. Just got the long block back. Just a really clean, tidy bus. Hadn't been messed with. Was very fortunate to find it. Actually found it while selling some parts to a guy, and one thing led to another, and he said, "Hey, I got this bus with this weird flap in the roof. Do you know anything about it?" And, well, the rest was history. Appreciate you guys watching my videos and all the positive comments. If there's anything else you want to see, please let me know. I'll try to post some videos of other cars I've got and cars that we get into the shop here. Niche Motors, that's my shop. I used to work for Volkswagen as a teenager, and then Porsche and Audi. And then I started my own shop about 6 years ago, just to diehard car guy. Grew up in Southern California, then Washington State, and now here in just outside Nashville, Tennessee. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Thanks so much.